We're the Dizzy Sisters.
I'm Alysha.
I'm Al.
Welcome to our crazy world.
Yes. That spins faster sometimes than most.
Oh, indubitably.
Really quick, before we get into like what we want to start talking about, we both kind of want to express our fear about being public, so public, about our diagnosis, because we don't see who watches our stuff. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. And I mean, it is. We've done this for a couple weeks now. And like on our TikTok platform, we've been doing this, our odd little fun little videos on there. And we already had people reaching out, wanting more and more explanations on different things. Like, okay, maybe we need to be more open. Maybe we need to talk more about what we go through daily and not just the funny little videos we have put out there.
Like the quick 20 seconds, like, oh, I'm dizzy today.
Yeah.
Well, how before we became the Dizzy Sisters, we were just Al and Alysha.
Yeah.
You're better at telling the story of how we met.
So, I guess we kind of met in 2001, honestly, on the bus for guard.
Okay.
Which is that little kid that rode on the bus. But I mean, we weren't really close until 2003, when I was a part of the team, because of our team at our local school. And we became partners, dance partners, and it was a really odd coupling for us. Me being so young and her being much older, I was like, this is an odd coupling. I had to lift her up. What?
Well, and she was shy. She was really
so
shy.
I was like, this is so awkward. I gotta pick up your waist. What?
Yeah, and I was very much like the out there. Like,
Yeah.
it was funny.
It was.
That they put us together.
Which I think worked out in our favor because we're still together. Honestly. I've opened up more.
Not together. I have a husband, but we're still together. Just to be clear.
No. Joking. No. No.
In your dreams.
I'm joking. No. But no, so I mean, we were partners for a year as dance partners. And
Color Grant, the plague stuff.
Yeah. So we were partners. We did that for a year together before she left to get help with her mental health. But we kind of always kept in somewhat kind of contact since then. Some of it has been strange, some of it has been very non-existent. But I don't know, this last couple years, it's been more open. And I would say this last year for sure, we've been together ever since.
Yeah,
Since like October. Once we found we're in person talking and see each other in person, that was like, okay, we can't do this online crap no more. Like, this, they can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Well, it was because I started posting on my page about how I was having all these symptoms and I didn't know what was going on, and
I picked up on it really quick.
she knew something was up and that this was bigger than
just a little dizzy spells.
Yeah. And so she and you were the one that like really reached out.
Yeah. And like your migraines, your symptoms sound a lot like what mine are.
Yeah.
They're very similar but very different.
So different.
Yeah.
So different. So then, I left South St. Paul High School. I was like 14 probably. It was 2 years after my dad died. I was going through obviously an extremely difficult time in my life. And so then on my end, I ended up getting married really, really young. I moved out at 16 with my now ex-husband. And me and Alysha still had contact throughout that. You can talk kind of, I don't know, on your end what that was like when I was with him.
Well, I could tell the difference between bubbly Allie and calculated Allie. Like the words were just very calculated and very thought out, other than just bleh. It was like, it was different.
Yeah.
So I took a step back from it, from our friendship, because I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, something's going on. I'm just gonna walk away, and if we get back together, we get back together.
Yeah.
I'll leave it in her court as to what she wants.
And then we thought we were going to get back together because I was pregnant at the time. Alysha found out that she was pregnant.
I was nervous as hell.
Yeah, and I
was
was not nervous. I was very excited.
But you didn't tell anybody you're pregnant, though.
No. I prior to that pregnancy didn't make it. It was a miscarriage. Prior to that, I had 4 other miscarriages. So I was very quiet about this pregnancy. And after I lost my daughter, finding out you were pregnant with a girl, I was selfish and had to take a step back.
You disappeared.
I needed to.
And I let her, because I knew something was wrong, but I wasn't gonna outright say what's wrong with you. And I knew something was off. I knew something was off, but it had been off for a while with that marriage. I was like, I'm just going to leave it alone.
Yeah. And then I finally divorced him. I'm not going to get into, I'm going to have some boundaries here. Like, I'm not going to get into about what happened with that marriage. If you are my ex-husband and you stumble across this, I hope you're well. Don't reach out to me ever, but I hope you're well and healthy. But then, yeah, Alysha reached out when I started to show dizzy symptoms.
Well, it was before that. It was while you were with your
Matt.
your husband.
Yeah.
Now husband. I noticed there was a big old change with how happy you were. I'm like, I've seen that smile or how happy she has been in so long. And it was true. It had been 10, 11 years since you were truly happy.
Yeah.
And you were just your word vomit self. I'm like, okay, there's my Allie. There she is. There's
I'm
my
back.
girl.
I figured out. I crawled out of the cage.
Yes, that you did. And ever since has been an amazing journey to watching her being happy and finding her love and getting married. I couldn't be there. I was so sad. I wasn't able to be there, let alone meet him yet. I'm like, still haven't. It's been
A lot of people
2
haven't
years, 3
met
years.
Maddie.
But I will though.
Not all of Minnesota have treated me and Matt nicely. Let's just say that. So I'm very protective of him.
Well,
But
you know,
you
few
can.
months
There's
when he's here.
you can. There's a select 5 people that could just spend time with Allie and Matt now.
Yeah.
And then I've enjoyed it. I finally was able to, so I ended up having a surgery that initially, what's that word?
Initially.
Initially, got it.
Okay.
That ended up, now I can't have children. And I've offered. She has. Me and Matt, I'm 36. He's 45, and we still have a spousal visa to deal with and immigration. So my husband's British. I'm moving there. I've been trying to move there for 6 years. It's like our wedding. I mean, we tried to have we planned
4 or 5 weddings.
3 weddings, and it was the 4th one that worked out. Like, eventually we'll get it. This is just what we do. But yeah, now, like, it's been fun to fall in love with Olivia and be able to smile and just know that, I mean, I'm not really religious. I'm spiritual, though, and I feel you know, I can feel her energy whenever I'm with Olivia. And me and Alysha always joke that they would just be...
They would be daredevils.
They would be
rotten
so much
kids.
trouble. So much trouble. But everything happens. I mean, I don't know if I really believe this, but people say this and it makes things seem easier. Everything happens for a reason. So, here we are.
I mean, look at our friendship.
Yeah.
As long as we've been friends for 20-some years, there's been that long gap of 16 years. And
Yeah.
here we are.
And it's not
Like,
weird.
No. It's like we're best friends still.
Yeah.
It never changed.
Yeah, I'm ready for you to host me at.
I'm not gonna be able to do that.
We'll get one of those
I
like
love-
Taylor Swift polls
Yes.
behind you. And I leap from the gallows. Boom! We both fall crashing down. So let's get down to the dirty.
Nitty gritty.
Yeah,
Want to go first? Your diagnosis?
you go first.
Alright. So, I was diagnosed in 2019 with, I'll do the easier name, Psedutumor Cerebi. There's two names for this one.
What's the easiest?
It's the easiest name.
Say it again.
Psedutumor Cerebi.
Psedutumor Cerebi. Yeah, no. Okay, keep going.
It means false brain tumor. Let's put it that way. So I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm back with the neurologist. It's been several years since I've seen a neurologist. I'm with number 3 right now. She thankfully knows all there is with Psedutumor, and I'm so excited about it because we have a game plan for me right now. I'm so excited because there hasn't been one for a long time, other than just shove drugs in my face and call it good. The drugs I was on about killed me, so I'm not taking those drugs again unless we absolutely need to, which has been talks about it. Only because now we know how I react to that drug, I'll be monitored way more with it, which I'm not looking forward to because that was a lot the first time around with it. So yeah, I get massive migraines. I don't know, my whole head and my eyes will bulge out. It's gross.
It looks like Graves' disease, almost like when it's bad.
But it's not. I've been tested for that. It's not bad. I have leakage. It's gross. Like my eyes will leak out. It's like I'm crying half the time. It's so bad when the pressure's so bad. It's like I'm crying. I am not crying. My ears will leak, and they're like, "That's gross." Like, yeah, I know it's gross. I don't like it either.
Yeah, I'll randomly be like, "Why are you crying?"
Like I'm not crying.
I'm not crying. It's just my brain fluid. And I'm like, "Okay, go wash your hands, dude."
Just spinal fluid. That's my life though, and it sucks. It's hard. So with my disease, there's a couple different ways of getting this disease, so to speak. The most common one is obviously massive migraines just turn into this disease. Hormonal imbalance is another one, and also obesity or brain trauma. Obviously, as you see, I'm a bigger girl.
Beautiful. It just
Thank
means
you.
there's more to love.
Aww. Which we usually thought that was probably part of the problem. I lost weight to gain weight back. No change. We can roll that out. I was actually in a car accident in 2019 where I had a mild concussion that was never treated. Chances are that is from where this came from. Because my migraines, I've had headaches and migraines since I was 16. So yeah, so I was diagnosed in 2019 with after that car accident in 2015. But I go in for eye exams and all that fun stuff to check my eyes, make sure they're decent, which they're really not that great. I should be wearing glasses, but I don't always.
Why not?
I don't always need them. That's my thing. 'Cause I need more when I'm reading than I do like everyday
like
stuff.
driving and doing.
Yeah. I really don't need them per se. At night, I probably should be wearing them at night because night is an issue. Yes, since 2011, I've done chiropractic care since 2011. So 13 years I've been seeing our chiropractor that she now sees. Yay!
We love them.
Yes, we do. And I've done acupuncture and cupping, and both of those have worked too. I've done cupping and it works too. I use it for other things other than just migraines and for this disease. Back in high school, I dislocated both my shoulders, so it's definitely helped heal up those injuries that have never really been healed. So that's been a blessing. I'm more of a holistic person than I am just pushing drugs. So after the whole stint with me about dying on these drugs, I went definitely all natural and trying to find other ways of helping.
Like cupping.
Like cupping, yeah. So yeah, no, I've dealt with this for 5 years now, with the dizziness and faint. I don't want to call it fainting spells, but being lightheaded and falling over. So yeah, I've dealt with all that stuff, and that's kind of when I noticed your stuff. When mine kind of chilled out, yours picked up, and it was really random. Been with it for, I don't know, a little while.
Yeah, no, well, so it was weird, because I, like, just had a fucking shit year. So I had to leave my husband, came back to America. I ended up getting COVID, then influenza A, and then 4 sinus infections, double ear infections, and so they all thought that the dizziness that causes me to puke 27 times a day, because at that time that's what was happening, they thought it was more sinus stuff. So we did, what was the surgery called?
A sinus infection?
No, it was a turbinate reduction. So we all have like 2 sausages in our noses, okay, that are turbinates. That's probably not the correct medical term. Well, mine were like beef packs. Like, they were huge on the CT scan. And so my ENT was like, you need this surgery. You'll be better. Got that surgery. Then ended up having an ear emergency.
That was scary.
Got that a surgery. And started chiropractic care. Finally got to a neurologist. And at this point, my ENT was like, we've done everything that we could. We did every surgery possible to rule out, you know, it being sinus issues, ear issues, and I will treat you with meds that I'm comfortable with. I think you have vestibular migraines. Let's get an MRI done and rule out a brain tumor, because a lot of my symptoms were a bit, she prepared me for a possible, like, this could be really bad. Luckily my brain was beautiful. Besides, I have one weird vein that sits higher. So originally we thought that was the cause of my daily dizzy. Finally met with a neurologist 2 months ago who did all sorts of tests on me and agreed that it's definitely vestibular migraine. So in order to get the VM diagnosis, you have to have a history of migraines. When people think of migraines, they think of head pain. My head doesn't always hurt. It's more balance issues, dizziness, a rocking sensation, and flu-like symptoms. So pukey, nauseated, and like I walk like I'm drunk. Like, that's literally what it looks like. I've been asked if I was drunk at Target once, and I just wanted to cry. Because I'm like, no, for the first time I'm not. Just kidding.
Hence the scooter.
Yeah, hence the scooter. So now we're kind of playing the medicine dance. So the tricky thing with me, and luckily my neurologist understands this is any type of medication that we try, we need to make sure that they have the exact medication in England. So there's no, I don't want to start a treatment here and have it be my miracle medicine and then get to England and have like one molecule off in that pill and like I'm back at start zero. So my neurologist has been absolutely great. He gets back to me like within hours with any questions I have. So we're playing the medicine dance, but he's also being very aware that I'm moving to England and like doing his research on what meds are there, talking to other neurologists in England about what they've done for vestibular migraines. I would say I'm probably from 6 months ago to now, I'm at least 75% better. Easily.
I can concur on that one.
Because I was like bedridden and I couldn't even get in a car without puking.
Yeah. I have a bucket in my car just for her.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even joking. I have a bucket in my car, the bag it ready to go just in case.
Yeah. And so...
Because you just never know.
Right. And so I joined, like, all these vertigo groups on Facebook, and, like, a lot of people were really, really negative. But the one thing that I did learn is I'm really lucky that we have a diagnosis, because there's a lot of people with these symptoms right now as we speak, with either my symptoms, her symptoms, both of our symptoms. And oh my god, my brain just farted.
I know you're gonna
this
say
is part of the disorder as well.
That's why I was so conflicted earlier, because of this. You know, basically what you're trying to say is people with our symptoms are suffering now without a diagnosis.
Yeah. Yes.
I knew what you were trying to say. I knew, but my brain was like,
yeah, because vertigo is so misunderstood. Both of our diagnoses.
Yeah.
Still to this day, my neurologist is like, you're like a level 10 of the worst that I've seen with a patient that has this, but we really know nothing about this. Like, as much as this sucks, I need to look at the positive side of A, it's not a brain tumor, I'm not going to die in 6 months, B, I have a diagnosis, and C, there's still meds out there. Like, I'm just at the very peak of this mountain of continuousness of getting better. Like, it's only going to go up from here.
It is.
And I'm still going to have my really shit days. And as I'm getting better, when I have a hard day, it's harder because I've had such a good, like, I'll have a great 7 days and then boom, 2 days, I'm bedridden, throwing up, puffy face, the migraine look, that's what we call it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just want to acknowledge the people that are suffering with that, have been suffering longer than I have, that don't have a diagnosis, that I do, and I am aware of how fortunate I am to have a diagnosis and doctors that believe me. I mean, it kind of helps that I have physical evidence that they see when they do tests on me. But, yeah.
And we were talking about, was it last week or so, with the chiropractor, that your case for him is more intriguing because you can see the physical evidence. You can see the night and day when she walks in. Have to basically carry her in half the time because it's so hard to walk in.
We'll do a bad day video.
Yeah, and then it's like you walk out
before and
totally
after.
fine.
But
because it's a night and day, and then with me, it's like I can complain all I want of a migraine, and you can't see it because I'm not showing the physical evidence. Because if I do, I can't really drive. So that's kind of where we're at with mine. On top of that, I also get seizures. My neurologist is intrigued by this because she hasn't had a patient, and she's worked with Psedutumor Cerebi patients. She has not seen this in her patients yet. because they're not telling her about them, at least. But with me, I'm like, I'm being open and honest here. I've had these seizures, these aura seizures, for the last 5 years. And the only way I can explain it is like anxiety attack without the anxiety attack.
Without like the panic?
Yeah, I'm not panicked. I am a little bit because it hurts. But like...
Yeah, your eyes just go...
Yeah, it is a really weird sensation when you feel your muscles really ripple. And you're tight and everything just ripples. And you're shaking because that's all you can do.
But yeah, that's kind of our story. That's kind of where we're at. We want to have fun with this page, but we also want to
be honest.
Be honest, and like, it can be really, 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 really tough, especially at the beginning. Like, I am starting therapy actually tomorrow. So there's this disorder called adjustment disorder. Very common with people who are moving, who have lost a job, chronic illness, recent death. Okay, so let's see, I moved out of my childhood home to a different home, had to quit my job, I'm supposed to be in England, I'm in America, where are my crumpets, where's the mint sauce, where's my husband, I haven't seen my husband in over a year, and then add this on top of it, and also being told, like, you're not fit to fly right now, you're not safe enough to get on an airplane, even if it was like end of, like, we wouldn't, your body's not ready for that. So that's just another slam dunk of a Matt and Al move. Like, how difficult can we make this?
Yeah, it's been rough, and even with me, like, traveling for me for a while was like, you can't travel more than an hour without needing breaks. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, so we went up to see my dad up, 40-minute drive. I have to take some breaks because it's so much. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Nowadays, it's a lot easier. I'm up there in 30 minutes just fine.
Yeah.
No problems. I've been to South Dakota twice, back and forth, with no problems. That's a 6-hour drive. Just fine. Really fine. So, I mean, I push myself to do a lot of things. Well, I have to. I'm a single mom, so I have to. Which is why my neurologist, when I talked about the seizures, she's like, are you driving? I'm like, yeah, I'm driving, but I'm careful. I give myself at least 24 to 48 hours afterwards to recuperate and to rest. And she goes, okay, just be careful. I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm careful. I'm a single mom. I have to drive, though. There's no
when
way
Alysha says single mom,
I'm a single mom.
SINGLE. Uno.
Yeah. Parents both work, so they are no help. Ex has nothing to do with her. So I am a single the Pringle mother. And so I have to do everything I can. And now she's in private school, which she loves. So I have to do as much as I possibly can to make sure that she is happy and healthy and safe and secure where she is at in life. And yeah, it's been tough as of late, but I make it work. She has the tools, she has people around her, she has her village.
With me.
Exactly. Of people who she can lean on and ask for help from. And she knows who those people are. She knows it. We have a binder at home that has all of our information in it. Like, I do mean everything. My diagnosis, doctors, phone numbers, emails, whatever is in that binder. So all she do is grab it and give it to the ENT or whoever, ambulance person, whoever, and something were to happen to me. She would have that binder with everything in it to know how to help me. And we've had that since she was 9. We've been updating it, but that's everything. That's her lifeline. half the time is that. So it is hard knowing that we have to have that, but it's true. We have my 2 friends across the street that know everything about it too, so they're on call half the time to make sure I'm okay. And what's scary about my disease, I live on stairs. I live with stairs. I hate stairs. They scare the shit out of me.
Stairs are the worst.
I'm on the list to get a handicap unit, which is a flat unit. But the problem is the only one that's there is a 2-bedroom and it's occupied.
Well, this was a lot. Thanks for listening.
We're the Disney Sisters.
We are.
And if you ever need help, please reach out to us.
The bee wanted to
Say goodbye.